So I just finished working with the stability ball, which worked more hips, stabilizing the hips, the core, and the shoulders. Now I'm going to use a foam pad. I have an Airex pad. You don't need an Airex pad. You can use a pillow or inexpensive foam. Anything that's not stable, even a thick, cushy carpet, will add instability to your workout. The first thing we're going to do is a half kneeling chop and lift. So grab a lighter weight dumbbell. I'm using an 8-pound dumbbell. Place your knee under your hip on the pad and your front foot in front of your hip with your foot underneath your knee. So we've got a 90-degree bend here and a nice straight line in the hip. The foam pad adds an element of instability here, so we're training a lot of the hip stability right now. Okay, so grab your dumbbell, engage your core, everything's nice and tight, draw your shoulder blades together, exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. We'll do 6 on each side, keeping everything as stable as possible. All right, that's 6 on one side, same thing on the other side. Knee under hip, foot under knee, and the weight goes in front of your supported knee or your back knee. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. All right, so I did 6 on the left, 6 on the right, and I'm going to repeat that 3 times. Now I'm going to move on to standing, some standing challenges, which will work our ankle, knees, and hips. Next, we're going to stabilize our ankle, knee, and hip joints while doing a single leg stand with a leg sweep forward and back. Place one foot on your unstable surface, right? So stand with a nice, strong hip line and core, arms out to the side for balance. Use a focal point in front of you that's not moving. Then sweep your other leg front and back. Do this for about 30 seconds on each side. So we're going to call that 30 seconds. And then I switch sides. Same thing on the other side. Place one foot on your unstable surface. Drive down to stand up tall, reach out to the side for stability, and then sweep your other leg front and back. Doing this for about 30 seconds. We'll call that 30 seconds. You might have noticed that my knee was wobbling, but my ankle was wobbling, my knee was relatively stable, my hip being more mobile, wanted to wiggle around, and then my arms also. So this is working your entire kinetic chain from your foot all the way up to your shoulders. Next, we're going to advance this by adding a more complex movement to your free leg and reaching overhead. So reaching overhead will raise my center of gravity, which makes it more of a core challenge and just generally more challenging. So this time we reach overhead, sweep our front foot to the front and around to the side. This is called a half moon sweep. Our goal is 30 seconds here as well. call that 30 seconds. Same thing on the other side. One foot on the unstable surface. Drive down to create a nice straight line, reach overhead. Use a focal point that's not moving in front of you. And sweep, big half circle. If you need to touch down, that's fine. Just keep going. One side's always better than the other. Okay, we'll call that 30 seconds. As you can tell, I was less stable on my right side, which is my dominant side, and more stable on my left, which is consistent the way it's always been for me, and I don't know why, because I am right-handed, but that is typical to have one. All right, next I'm going to offer you, this is not only a balance challenge, it's also a brain challenge. So I don't really have a name for it, I made it up. But I'm going to show you what it is, and then hopefully you can repeat it. You might want to start by doing it on a solid floor, because quite frankly, it's tough, and I'm not even sure I can do it on my foam pad, but here it is. Start with your arms to the side, and reach forward with your leg. Right? Now leg side, arms overhead. Opposite hand to heel behind you. Come back overhead, leg side, and then leg forward, arm side. Okay, so I'm going to try this again. Here it goes. Leg side, hand to heel, side, forward. Side, hand to heel, side, forward. One more time. Side, hand to heel, and side, side, forward. Okay, so I did that 3 times on that side. See if I can do it 3 times on this side. We go arm side, leg forward, leg side, arms up, opposite hand to heel, leg side, leg front, arm side. Repeat. That made me sweat. Another fun challenge that is a little bit more upper body and core would be a single leg bicep curl with an overhead reach on the foam pad. So get on your foam pad, lift one leg, I'm lifting my left leg, shift my weight to the right, all right? So my knee's about hip width or hip high. Now bicep curl, yikes. Yikes. Press overhead. Keep going. Boop. That's quite challenging. See if I can do a few of them in a row. Curl, press, unwind, curl, press, unwind. You can probably do this better than I can. I didn't make this up, actually. This is a real exercise. I'm just not doing very good of a job. Here we go. Bicep curl. Woo! Overhead press. One more. Oh man! You wouldn't think that this is so tough, but it is. Pretend I did 6 on that side, then switch to the other side. Same thing. Shift your weight to your left side. Lift your right knee hip high. And bicep curl, overhead press. Whew. Rock on. All right, have fun with those.